So he had a pretty terrible offensive showing in Indiana. They scored a total of 87 points. They couldn't shoot efficiently. They couldn't score efficiently. There was just not a lot of good things to like on that end. But it should also be noted that they did hold this Pacers team to 82 points. And I just want to showcase the way that they did it because it was basically a game plan headed by Bam Adebayo. They wanted to, after last time they played Indiana, I think the top three guards, Haliburton, Mathurin, and Buddy Hields combined for 70 points. They did not want to let them just dice up their point of attack defense all night. So what they did is they got back to the switching. Every time Haliburton had a switch, they were just going to soft switch it. Bam's on Haliburton, and they were going to just basically eliminate him, just kind of cut off the head of the snake and allow them to go 4-on-4 on the backside. So I just want to showcase some of what they were doing. But the first play right here, this wasn't a full-out switch, but you're going to see Haliburton quick drive and go. Bam, not known as an elite rim protector, but he could still alter shots like this one. Goes to the basket, alters Haliburton's shot at the rim, and it goes in the other direction. But now back to the switching. If they want to run a 1-5 pick and roll, like right here, this is going to basically be the outcome. They're going to switch it. Now it's going 1-on-1. You're going to see Kyle Lowry fighting with Miles Turner down low. This is basically the outcome every single time. Haliburton, you see his hand up pointing toward that to try to get there. But Miami does a really good job at this. As much as I know a lot of people hate the switching when it just consistently, when people get the ball inside to their big men, they kind of normally do a very good job at this portion of their defense. So right here, they're kind of fighting it off, not letting them get the ball all deep in front. So now Haliburton's forced to go 1-on-1 with Bam. Bam's there. He goes into a turnaround jumper, and Bam's right there. Ends up in an air ball and a shot clock violation. Go to a future one, second quarter, 7 minutes to go. Quick switch. You're going to see them trying to go away from it, get to the Miles Turner mismatch. They're fronting. They're not really able to get to it. Haliburton's pointing again at the top of the key. Basically, they get it inside now. Bam, I'm gonna go back a little bit because I want to show how smart kind of these scramble switches are for this Heat team. If a team's gonna take this long to make that entry pass to the mismatch, this is what Bam and others need to do. You're gonna see Bam basically tell Kyle to get out the way, go back to Haliburton. I'm gonna get back into my under the rim help side defense. Now he can't drive. He takes a tough fading baseline jumper and it goes off the side of the backboard. Those are the possessions that are important. It's the switching, and then it's the switching back off the ball if they're going to take that long. So now back to the regular stuff. Haliburton getting it here. You're basically this is the start of possession. You're going to see a quick switch. This is kind of what I want to point out. They're switching basically with 18 seconds on the shot clock here. So quick switch right here. They're just trying to get it up, and it forces them into a weird shot profile because Buddy Hield taking his pull up, kind of a long two. Miami will live with that. But that's kind of what the Bam switching is kind of leading to. Going to just a little bit more of them. Now we're in the start of the third quarter. So the first possession of the second half. What are the Pacers going to try to get to? Well, they're going to probably try to get to kind of a pin down of some kind for Haliburton. So right here they go into a pick and roll. Bam switches immediately. The first possession of the second half. He's helping down, swiping, but he's recovering. And now if I go right here, as I go back a little bit, look where Bam is playing Haliburton right now. Haliburton basically is at the half court line. And Bam has his right foot on the logo. Like, this is what their whole game plan was to try to throw them off. So now they're working backside. Now Jimmy's getting into his realm. Now Bam can make a double here. And now it goes in the opposite direction again. Like, this wasn't just guys missing shots for Indiana. Like, Miami's game plan was actually very good defensively and what Bam was able to do. Another one right here. Haliburton does kind of a slip screen, but who is he slipping off of? Bam. Bam's just going to take that switch again. He tries to break down Bam. Bam's just consistently there. Now it goes in the opposite direction. Tyler actually has a nice block at the rim. But that stuff that they're forcing just continues to be something to monitor. Another 1-5 pick and roll. This one's funny because after the possession where he kind of just got clamped up by Bam and they got blocked at the rim, they're setting another 1-5 pick and roll. But the funny thing is, what Haliburton in his head's thinking, what is my counter now? If they're just going to switch this, what is my counter? Well, his counter is to just basically shoot it quickly before Bam can even make the switch. So right here, Haliburton's waiting, and he's just going to get that ball up because he does not want Bam switching onto him, and it just goes off the rim, and it's a miss. So it's like mind games as well as just physical ability. Another one, Haliburton swings, goes right back to him. Bam is on him. He's trying to break down Bam again. This was a very good possession because you see Jimmy and Max kind of switching on and off, and Jimmy was like really into the help side stuff, just helping off. Right here, he sends another double, ends up going out into the corner, and it's an air ball. Jimmy, well, the Heat in general, but specifically Jimmy, they really like to double when it's about under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That's kind of their defensive game plan. But it was interesting to see that dynamic when they're doubling a Bam matchup because it's not something they do a ton. Like they know Bam has that matchup, so they're not going to double onto that. But Jimmy is just so confident, I guess, in his ability to recover and just get steals that's what they're able to do at this point in the game. Now we're late, 4 minutes to go, another switch. Now they're forcing it, trying to get to Buddy Hield. He's trying to break him down, and it looked like Buddy Hield was trying to get it back to Haliburton, but Haliburton basically says, I'm just going to back up, and there's no point in getting me the ball because Bam is just going to cut it off right here. He's all the way up here to not allowing Haliburton to get it. He turns back. Now there's 3 seconds on the shot clock, and this is just going to be a forced shot. Like that is what the Bam game plan is basically doing. So as much as we could talk about the offensive stuff being really problematic in this game, there was a lot of things I like defensively. And they all started with Bam Adebayo.